Welcome to Biology Week 1. My name is Lindsay and I'm the teacher for this class. Each week I will be making a screencast like this one to introduce you to the week and the concepts that we will be covering. This week we will be starting with evolution, the concept of evolution. I wanted to share a little bit about evolution because many people, when they think of evolution, think of the image here on this top slide where you look at the monkey that progresses, or the ape, excuse me, that progresses to the human. And really, when we talk about evolution, that is not evolution. That suggests that it's a straight line and that we are directly descended from apes, and that the human is the pinnacle of evolution. Really, evolution occurs much more like the bottom image that we have here. So realizing that evolution is not a straight line, it is a branched tree, and that we are not, and the apes that we know today, such as chimpanzees and gorillas, are not our ancestors. We branched off of a common branch in the past, down here in this area, but they are not our ancestors. It is a tree that some of those branches end in extinction and some of them continue to branch on. That's an important concept for evolution. Another thing I just want you to consider for this week, the really important topic of natural selection. This will be covered in your grab point lessons. So realizing that natural selection is the principle behind evolution, and really what natural selection says is that overproduction or more organisms in a population will be there than can survive. So not all organisms will survive. Those organisms or those individuals each have different traits. So each individual does not look or act like the other individual. The best suited traits are most likely to survive. So an individual that's best adapted to their environment is most likely to survive, and that individual is most likely to reproduce and pass on their genes. That's that simple. I know that most people have heard of survival of the fittest, and that is a good way of putting it, is that the best fit organisms will survive and pass on their genes. The other activities that you'll be looking at this week are a gizmo called Mutation and Natural Selection Gizmo. This gizmo I know is somewhat long, and I know that it's a little bit difficult. Don't get discouraged. I would highly recommend doing the grab point lessons before doing the gizmo because there's really good information in there. Realize that the gizmo really looks at the role mutation plays in natural selection. So understanding that mutations introduce new traits into a population. And some of those traits can be beneficial and some of them can be harmful. So it's looking kind of at that process. And last, this week you'll be looking at the concept of bioethics. If you took Biology A at Wolf Creek, we introduced and went through a series of bioethics assignments in that class, and you'll be continuing that in Biology B. If you have any questions, please contact me. You can email me. My email is in the contact box in the class. I look forward to hearing from you, and I hope that we have a successful term.